Well, hi there, everybody, and good evening to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on a Saturday evening. I'm going to back this up a little bit here. Shortly after 8 o'clock is the time of this recording here, so I've been working on my forecast for the last few hours here at the TV studios. We'll have a 10 o'clock live show tonight. They're giving me 5 minutes, by the way, tonight, which is, I've never had that for news or weather, I should say for weather before. I'm ecstatic because there is a ton to talk about here. All right, so far we've just got a few scattered light showers and drizzle out there. It's a very mild night out ahead of this cold front. We've got temperatures in the 40s and 50s. It is a little colder out west. That cold front is going to be pushing east and southeastward through the evening and overnight hours as rain chances will pick up, especially after midnight. We're going to start to get rain and thunderstorms. No severe weather, but just your generic thunderstorms, lightning and thunder mixed in with that rain. But of course, eyes turn to the west as there's going to be some snow. Now, the majority of the snow that's going to be coming later tonight and into tomorrow, we'll back this up a little bit just so you can see that transition over after midnight tonight. The majority of the snow that falls is going to stay out west for tonight and into tomorrow morning. Most of us will not see much snow, but areas here, places like North Platte, Imperial, up towards Ainsworth and Valentine, we may pick up some snow accumulation with this first initial round. Winds are going to kick in behind this cold front when it passes through, so the winds are going to get strong during the day tomorrow already. They're going to be strong the next 3 or 4 days. Get ready for a lot of wind here. Let's take you very slowly through the rest of Sunday. This is your Christmas Eve. If you have plans to travel, most of you are going to be fine in central and eastern Nebraska. Really, the biggest travel concerns are going to be places like Imperial, North Platte, Valentine, and Ainsworth. As we get into the afternoon now, this is 2, 3 o'clock. I'm taking this very slow here. You can see the snow. We're starting to get some dry air that's going to be coming into the system. So the good news is you have plans tomorrow, Christmas Eve, going out for Christmas Eve candlelight services, something like that. I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, we might see some flakes fly. There could be a little bit of a mix here. I don't think it gets too bad, though, for us here in central Nebraska. And again, there may be a little bit of snow on the ground after that snow that falls during the day Sunday up here in these areas there. That's the first round. Most of our Sunday night looks quiet if you have Sunday night plans. Okay, so this is 6 p.m. all the way through midnight. Not much yet, but notice things starting to ramp up here now. We've got rain, a mix in eastern Nebraska, and then the snow maybe just starting to pick up a little bit. Winds are blowing too. Those winds are going to get stronger heading into Christmas Day. So let's take you from midnight Christmas Eve night now to Christmas morning at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning here. Now it's starting to snow in central Nebraska and eastern Nebraska, the mix in the far east part of the state. Notice not a lot out west right now. So, outside of that snow you've had out west on Sunday, you might be doing good to start off your Christmas Day. All right, let's take you through Christmas Day. Snow's really going to get going here. It's going to get worse as the day goes on. The snow's going to get heavier. The winds are going to get stronger. Now we're into the afternoon. There's 2 in the afternoon. That snow's moving back west. Notice that low in western Iowa is shifting closer to us. So that's shifting all the precipitation westward here. It's retrograding is what we call that. So this takes you up to supper time Christmas evening. So at this point, you've probably dealt with snow and blowing snow. Now, we're probably not talking about copious amounts of snow. The problem is it's going to fall for a long period of time and it will eventually add up. So that's going to be the biggest problem. So travel's probably not recommended, especially because of the blowing snow. No, this is still not going to be a repeat of what we saw back on Christmas of 2009. It's not going to be that bad, but it's still going to have some problems. It's going to be tough driving out there. Only the best of you drivers in the winter weather should be out in stuff like this. And of course, speaking of, think about all the state workers and the county workers and the city workers that are going to be out plowing these snows over the next couple of days, taking their holiday time off away from their families so they can be out on the roads clearing those as best as possible. But again, with the winds blowing the way they will, they're going to be blowing back over at times with winds gusting 35, 40, maybe as high as 45 miles per hour. All right, here's Monday evening at 6 p.m. So we're moving into Monday night. It's continuing to snow. And central Nebraska is kind of dead center for the heaviest. Now it's shifting to the west, and this is now, we're going to move in towards Tuesday morning right there. We're still getting more snow. That low's now in eastern Nebraska here. Now, this isn't a perfect path. This still may change yet. We're not quite to this time frame yet. So this forecast could still change a little bit. Now, as we move into Tuesday, the snow is going to eventually begin to lighten up, but it's still going to be blowing around. There still is going to be some snow falling. Now, this takes us through, we're going to go to noon on Tuesday. This is as far out as this forecast model goes, but notice the snow is starting to lighten up as this drier air is starting to fill into the system a little bit, and this trend will continue, although we could still see snow as late as Wednesday during the daytime hours, and the winds are still going to be blowing as well. So that's as far out as this forecast model goes. Let's take a look at the future wind gusts here. I'm going to take this really slow as well. We've got wind gusts tonight And this is this afternoon here, but let's jump into tonight. Gusting to 30 miles per hour. Here comes the cold front. That's early tomorrow morning right there in the Tri-Cities. And you got a wind gust now out of the north and northwest, 25 to 35 miles per hour. It's going to be a gusty Sunday. It's going to get worse as the snow picks up heading towards Monday. So let's take you to Monday right here. Here's Monday afternoon now. We've got gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. They may actually get worse Monday night, and that's when travel probably will be the worst is Monday night. You now have wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. Some cases we may see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour in northwestern parts of the Local 4 viewing area. Look how the winds are getting stronger out west here. That may be an area, though, that doesn't have as much snow, hopefully out in the panhandle of Nebraska. The winds will actually be lighter in the east. And then beyond, the winds will eventually die down towards the middle of the week. Still breezy, but at least getting a little bit lighter. All right, as of right now, we have a winter weather advisory that has been issued for western portions of the area. This is for the snow that's going to come late tonight and during the day on Sunday. This is so you can see the time frame there. This winter weather advisory, it's starting at midnight tonight, Central Time, 11 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's going to continue through tomorrow at 6 p.m. during the daytime hours. So this is what the first round that's coming late tonight and tomorrow. 1 to 3, maybe 4 inches of snow is kind of what we're looking at right now. Jump ahead to the next round that comes in. This is for Christmas Day, and actually this starts at midnight Christmas Eve night. And this will continue all the way through Wednesday at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. So this is if I do the math, a 54-hour time frame this winter storm watch is in place. Northern Kansas is not included right now because the numbers are expected to be a little bit lower. That could eventually change. Right now, most of these counties will be upgraded eventually probably to a winter storm warning. Some maybe a winter weather advisory. Will we see a blizzard warning? Maybe. We're going to be close to blizzard criteria in some cases. So there is potential some counties might get put into a blizzard warning. All right, here comes the worst news of all, and that's my snowfall forecast. This is my snowfall forecast. Keep in mind, there is still a lot of uncertainty, but this is what I'm going with right now. I'm going as much as 12 to 18 plus inches of snow in north central Nebraska. Now, one thing I'm going to mention here, and take this with a grain of salt, these little yellow numbers here that I have here are very much in question, I guess is the best way to put it. They are not a certainty. So if you see Hastings at the 6 to 9, I would almost go Hastings 4 to 12. I would almost broaden that perspective of those numbers a little bit. I'm just kind of keeping my numbers aligned with the colors at the legend at the top of the screen there. But you almost want to expand those out about 3 inches either way. So for instance, O'Neill, I would probably take yours and I'd probably go 9 to 24 inches. Ord, Albion, just north of Grand Island, I'd say 6 to 15 is where you probably want to go. Again, we're still in a pretty broad perspective. Forecast models have gotten a lot more aggressive, but some are extremely aggressive. There are some that have almost 2 feet of snow out there with this storm system here. The numbers will get lower as you go to the south here into Kansas. And then out west is still a little bit in question. A lot of it's going to depend on how much snow falls Sunday night, or late Saturday night and into Sunday with that first round here. And then there's going to be a very sharp cutoff in eastern Nebraska as there could be more rain and ice in these locations here. Now I'm going to take you into the worst case scenario. This is the European forecast model. It has been worst case scenario for the last several days. Okay, this is probably worst case scenario here, and it's going to be some stunning numbers. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, this is probably worst case scenario though. Okay, so don't get too worked up yet because that's the worst model there right there. Okay, there are other models, and I'm going to go into my editor mode here. So you can kind of see some of the other models here real quick. Here is the GFS model. I'm going to take the numbers off. So hang with me real quick. I'm going to take the numbers off so you can just see just the amounts only. And you can see the highest amounts expected to be in the north, lower to the south. That's the GFS. GFS Ensemble I'm kind of agreeing with right now. That's kind of the one I'm going with here. So that one still shows a foot or more of snow in northern Nebraska. And then those amounts about 6 to 9, 10 inches of snow around the Tri-Cities area. So that's kind of a good number to go with here. The North American model, that's that one right there. That one's pretty aggressive as well. That one had no snow for us a couple of days ago. And that's why I was so hesitant to say we were going to get a lot of snow, because the North American model was not in line with any of the other models. It was showing nothing. Well, now it's showing, a foot or more snow in some cases here, so it's completely changed. Here's our in-house model here. and this is the one that I was showing you on the Futurecast. Notice it's not nearly as aggressive with the snowfall amounts. It's much lower, actually. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was going to say, that didn't seem right. So this one's pretty aggressive as well. So it's going with a foot or more of snow. So I am concerned. So let's back out of this real quick here. I am concerned that even though, yes, I have the Tri-Cities sitting at about 6 to 12 inches of snow, I am concerned that there could be more than a foot of snow even in the Tri-Cities area. All this thing has to do is shift a little farther south, as some models are already indicating, and we could get hit a lot harder. So again, these numbers are still very much in question. This is kind of my best guess right now, basically, but there is a lot of concern that we will be digging out of a lot of snow. And again, it's a prolonged period of time. It's going to add up over time. It's not going to all fall at once. It's going to fall Monday night, Tuesday, and even probably Tuesday night and possibly even into Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at temperatures here. Not that that's a big deal these next couple of days. It's going to get colder. There's your lows tonight. Not terribly cold out there. Highs tomorrow. Keep in mind that many places will see these highs early in the day, including in the Tri-Cities. That cold front's going to come through. These temperatures right here are going to drop as that cold front passes through. Lows tomorrow night, we're down in the 20s and some teens out west, and then highs on Christmas Day, 20s and lower 30s. It's going to be a cold, blustery day out there with that snow falling. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. I hate to give you it's not great news. I hate to tell you, but that's just the way it is. There's the rain and the thunderstorms tonight and early tomorrow morning, and then we'll be down to a lighter rain during much of the day tomorrow. But as it gets colder, because again, that's going to be a dropping temperature, 43 early in the day, that rain chance will change to snow sometime probably late morning into the afternoon, but it should be on the lighter side Sunday and into Sunday evening. It's later Sunday night and especially into Monday where the snow starts to pick up. The winds are going to be blowing that snow around. That's going to continue Monday night. I think Monday night's probably the time frame where the conditions will be the worst. Tuesday, snow still falling but lightening up as the day goes on, but there's still going to be a lot of blowing snow. Even Tuesday night and a Wednesday, probably not much additional snow accumulation, but we're going to be still seeing the chance of some snow, but it's a lot lower chance by Wednesday. Beyond that, we're staying cold. All that white on the ground, it's going to be tough to warm up, unfortunately. So we're going to keep cold air in place probably right through the end of the year, the way it looks right now, because the year does end next Sunday here. So that's the way it looks right now, and then we'll see where things go from there. Real quick here, let's show you some of the other forecast models. This is the European again. This is the one that's been the most aggressive. There's all that snow right there. So let's back it up. That's late tonight and into tomorrow. And then here comes the Christmas Day, Christmas night, snow, and then it starts to lighten up going into Tuesday, but it's still around. And then there's Tuesday night and a Wednesday. Still a little moisture around before it clears on out of here, and we see quieter weather the rest of that time frame. GFS, here comes the rain transitioning to snow tonight and into tomorrow morning. It dries out for a time, but then here comes that wraparound moisture as the snow starts to really pick back up. Monday during the day, Christmas Day, and continuing Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then it starts to lighten up Tuesday, and especially Tuesday night and a Wednesday before clearing on out of here. So that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. So there you go. Right now, as of now, my family, we have canceled our Christmas Day plans for now. We've postponed them until next weekend. It may be a good idea to maybe consider doing that yourselves as well if you do plan on having holiday gatherings tomorrow here. I have the wrong graphic up. I apologize. I put on the morning graphic because I don't really work mornings. Let's go back to that real quick here, that 7-day forecast. So again, I know this is a long forecast. It's very wordy. There's a lot of information in there. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. Travis Klineski, Local 4 on Facebook, on Twitter X. Contact me there at Travis_Klineski. That's my username on there. You can ask me any questions you have about the storm. There still is some uncertainty. I do plan on being off tomorrow. I think David is going to be back. He's had some back issues. That's why I'm working tonight for him. But again, I want to thank you all for watching. That's the end of my recording. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe out there this next couple of days. I should be back with you next Tuesday morning. Take care and God bless.